Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced, they are not releasing this week, and as always I do not do limited pre-order stuff since they are always covered in Monday's video and there's no point repeating myself. So let's take a look at what's recently been announced. Cotton Reboot is getting a new physical release, following on from the ones that came out ages ago on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. It is now hitting the PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge, which is a peculiar choice in my opinion. It is one of the weirdest business choices in a while. You can often get this on the Switch physically for like $14 at VGP, and here is a full fat Switch 2 cartridge for $50, and the only thing new is Nightmare Mode, as though the original wasn't hard enough. This is releasing on October the 22nd, and it may seem odd and not as bad as I'm making out, but then we consider the next announcement. Cotton Reboot High Tension is releasing on the same day, and this takes things to the next level in terms of weirdness because this newer game, the sequel to Reboot, is finally making its way to the West, but this is only being released on the original Switch and PlayStation 5. Wait, what? Why is this one not getting a Switch 2 physical? This is new in the West. It's not like there's a $14 Switch physical to replace it. This is the one that should have been the Switch 2 physical, not Reboot. What the hell were they thinking? It's a bizarre decision. But anyways, this is the sequel to Reboot. It was an import exclusive and only had English in the menus, but this should be the full English translation in the game as well. And it is worth noting that both of these titles are only coming physically to Europe. There is no North American physical release, but VGP are taking pre-orders for them, so if you want them or any other game in this video, you want to pre-order it, then please consider using the links down below in the description and pinned comment. I've linked to a few stores where applicable, and any purchase made via a link helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Control Resonant is releasing on September the 24th, and it is a sequel to 2019's Control. Changing from a third-person shooter, this one is actually an action RPG. The first game was very well regarded, and Remedy always tend to do a very solid job. Really good studio who don't rest on their laurels. Even with sequels, they like to try something a bit different, and a lot of people are hyped about this. It's releasing physically on PlayStation 5 and Xbox in the Standard and Steelbook Edition. Marvel's Wolverine, yeah, this was announced ages ago, of course, but in terms of the release date and the physical release, well, now we know. On PlayStation 5, this is releasing physically on September the 15th. A big budget Marvel video game developed by Insomniac. It feels about 5 years too late to be entirely relevant, but with the team, the budget, and the franchise, Sony are banking on this one doing well, and to be fair, it's probably going to be pretty good. Ace Combat 8 Wings of Theve is releasing physically on PlayStation 5 and Xbox on October the 2nd. You can always rely on a good old time with Ace Combat, and I feel good that this game and this series can still exist in this era. It's such an early PS1 style game that has persevered despite the demand from executives to go for the blockbuster open world, so if you're looking for some high-octane aerial combat, then look no further than this. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, finally has a release date and the physical detailed. This is releasing on September the 26th on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Really nice to see the series make a comeback with a new game, probably brought about due to the popularity of other sort of old Japanese era games that we've had recently. Handled by Capcom, I've got a really good feeling about this. Hopefully it retains what made the original game so enticing, but yeah, a AAA title to look forward to. The Alighieri Circle Dante's Bloodline is coming physically to PlayStation 5 in Europe and early September. Another video game rendition of the Italian poem that nobody actually knows, or is that just me being dumb and ignorant? That's entirely possible, but it appears to be an exploration puzzle game heavy on atmosphere. Before we get any further, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, okay? It will be the best thing you do today. If you enjoy owning the things you pay money for, you like physical media, then this is the place to be, I promise ya. Goat Simulator 3 Goat Overload Edition is an upcoming new release of Goat Sim 3, but seemingly with all the DLC included. Hopefully on the disc, but that's not properly confirmed yet. More open world sandbox madness that kids will love. Toy Story Retro Roundup and Toy Story 3 Complete Edition, man, they know how to get me. I don't care about Toy Story at all, but give me a retro collection of a bunch of games in the series, plus some other Pixar stuff, I am right there. This includes a remaster of the surprisingly good Toy Story 3 game, which was on like PS3, 360, plus some older retro titles, mostly from Toy Story, but also A Bug's Life, which range from mediocre to really decent. I'm sure there's a bunch of nostalgia here for many people, and it's releasing October 15th on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and best of all, Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge. I can't wait for it, I will be there. You gotta purchase from me. Rayman Legends Retold is a remake of Rayman Legends. They've taken the beautiful hand-drawn original and turned it into a mildly impressive 3D game, but come on, that's gotta be a step down. They've demaked it here. And worst of all, that even on PlayStation 5, the box art says a download is required. Whether that's just for the bonus original that's also included, I don't know, but it still sucks. And on Switch 2, it is a game key. Boo! Project Songbird. This is a cinematic third-person horror game that's garnered really decent reviews as a writer's blocked musician tries to get their creative juices flowing while in a remote log cabin. Needless to say, the horror tropes bleed into the experience, and I believe this was mostly made by one dude, or at least it was a very personal project, which is cool, and it's releasing October the 23rd. Cat in the Hat, Rainy Day Mayhem. Seems like another outright game special, a multiplayer mini-game party sort of thing with a mildly interesting art style for a licensed tie-in. Maybe the kids will enjoy it. It's releasing October the 30th on Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Magical Craft, My Enchanted Dress Shop, is releasing on the Switch October the 2nd, and this has taken its sweet time. I remember seeing this release in Japan and thinking, I bet it won't be long until it gets a Western announcement, but unless time memory is failing me, it's been quite a while. A pretty cool looking dressmaking game, and I say cool as in for the target audience. It looks quite sincere in what it's going for, and its production as well, so if you like those sort of savvy style games, whatever they were called, then this could be a decent option. Alright, let's take a look at some recent import announcements. If you want to import any of these, you can do so via PlayAsia and VGP, but PlayAsia specifically, if you click my link, you can get 5% off with my code Jordan2026. But remember, you gotta click my link first. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Remastered. Now, I did make a video about this because it is a topic I am passionate about, even if I know maybe I'm a bit more interested in the news than most other people. But if you watch that video, you will know that the DW3 remake is only getting a physical release in Japan and Asia, and it will play in English on PlayStation 5. Sadly, on Nintendo Switch 2, it is a game key. Boo! Although I am very excited about the PS5 release. However, in that video I made, I got quite a lot of dislikes, at least in comparison to most other videos. Usually I get like 1 or 2 dislikes. The first one always in the first couple of minutes of publishing, but this one got a lot more than that. I did get accused of clickbait due to the box art used, but that is literally the only box art there is. It's not like I made it like that on purpose. But anyways, at least there is one proper physical release out there on PlayStation 5 in English. Hakuoki Memoirs Drifting Clouds. A quick mention to this, might as well, since I didn't make my usual video about it specifically. Usually PlayAsia exclusives, I make their own videos when pre-orders go live, but I had other priorities and this is majorly niche, but very exciting for those who do enjoy Otomi VNs. For the first time in English, this fan disc of Hakuoki is being unleashed upon the world in a standard edition and a 2,000 copy limited edition. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What was your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below alongside your thumbs up, and maybe if you are hyped about one of these announcements, then hype the video if you have that ability to do so. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to pre-order them, please do so with the links below. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.